going on, guys? Welcome to the wrestling page,
baby!
We're back from London with a lot of hype because it was a very, very good trip. And I just want to kick off by saying it was one of the, I think, my favourite trips so far. The weather was great. Raw and SmackDown was great. The crowd was great. We'll get into SmackDown crowd a little bit later on. But the whole entire time we met some new friends. Hashtag Bromley, how you doing? We've got a lot of things to talk about, so let's just jump straight into it.
Yes, it was pretty exciting. So what should we start with?
Let's start off with just the very beginning. So the trip down, we always enjoy the trip down because we love travelling, and everything about it is always fun, apart from this trip. So, we left Scotland, beginning, we got the train to Aberdeen airport, and this matter is a bit serious now. We hoped to vlog a little bit more, but we couldn't because of a certain reason. Now, when we both got to Aberdeen airport, everything was fine, but when I went through security, I bought a new suitcase from Tesco's, and due to whatever chemicals Tesco put on their suitcases, I got stopped at the security. I got interrogated by the police. I got body searched, the whole lot, because they said that they had found what was the word? What was the word?
It was like explosives or something.
Yeah, some sort of explosives in the suitcase. Now, because it was new, they put it down to Tesco's themselves due to whatever chemicals they put on their suitcases as it is new. Because I bought that suitcase a week or 2 weeks before we actually went, so I know that I hadn't even used it, and because it's new, why would you put anything in it apart from your clothes when you go? So due to this situation, we almost missed our flight also as well. So that was the reason why that was. Now that was out of the way, that's dealt with now. That's an ongoing situation which I'm personally dealing with. But apart from that, everything was really fun. We headed off to London. We got through to London on the Sunday. We sort of just found our bearings. We were finding out what we were doing, where we were going, and we were sort of just chilling out for the meet and greet the next day on the Monday. Now, tickets went on sale at Selfridges in London, in Oxford Street, at 7 o'clock in the morning. But we decided to turn up at about 8:30, 8:15, and the tickets were actually sold out already. So the tickets went on sale at 7, and they sold out by 7:30, actually 7:25. So we turned up at 8:30, couldn't get a ticket, which were free to go to for the meet and greet, but we still went to the meet and greet. We still met Braun Strowman and Bailey, which was fun. We went to the pop-up shop. We bought some items from the pop-up shop, which we'll show you in a little bit. And it was just an overall great experience. Missing out on the tickets was a big thing that we regretted, but we couldn't do anything about it. But heading to Manchester in November, we're going to try our hardest to get tickets to the meet and greet, if there is a meet and greet, that is.
I don't think there was one when we went last year.
No, last year there wasn't one, but let's hope that there is one this time. And if you've watched when our vlogs came out, you'll see all the experience we had in there, so we won't go into much detail on that, but it was so much fun. We enjoyed it. One thing that I enjoyed personally was if you've ever been to a meet and greet, the superstars make their entrance. And Braun Strowman came out to Bailey's music, which was absolutely hilarious. So when the music went quiet, they were playing music, the DJ was playing music over, and when it went quiet, I knew they were coming out. And when Bailey's music hit, Braun Strowman came out. I was so excited for a one, but we didn't get that. But still, it was fun. It was hilarious, actually.
So, what did we buy? And that's the question.
Okay, let's start with the pop-up shop items, which, okay, to start off with, the prices at the pop-up shop, we found that they were a lot more expensive than they were if you're buying off the WWE shop. So, for example, the WWE title, you could buy it there. On the WWE Euro shop, we can buy that for £350, Great British pounds. But at the pop-up shop in London, they were selling WWE Championship for £500, which is a whole £150 extra. The reason for this, I have no idea. I don't know if anyone bought any there. We did see a lot of people with the Universal title, which they must have just, because we saw their bag as well that they get, which they must have brought it with them, but I didn't see anyone buy one at the pop-up shop.
No, well, maybe they did, maybe they just didn't see it.
Their for the wide range of pop figures they had was great.
Yeah, I bought a John Cena one, which I've not actually got here at the moment.
First of all, we got it's just a iconic WrestleMania. It's got the date on it. WrestleMania wristband, £3 Great British pounds that we bought this for. Just little items like this is always fun to buy, isn't it? So that wasn't too much.
Well, we also bought the John Cena pop figure, which was he's number 1, which I've not actually got here at the moment right now.
Where is it?
It's upstairs. But I got a John Cena pop figure, so it's pretty cool.
We also got this WrestleMania lanyard, which also has the date on it.
Which I actually seen someone at work there was wearing it, which had their.
And they had a little keyring as well that came with it. It was a WrestleMania keyring. It was actually really good quality, but they were selling it for about £8, which I thought was a bit extreme for that. So we didn't end up buying that.
We didn't bother.
One thing I loved about the WWE pop-up shop, they went a lot of effort to make things look really good. So they had this big box on each side. They had like almost 47 to 50-inch TVs replaying WrestleMania 24's documentary about WrestleMania 33, which was really fun, and it just added to that as well. There was no sound to it though, but that was the only thing. Also as well, we've got this little bag.
Pretty cool. It's not something I'll use. It's just
it's just a good souvenir.
It's
yeah.
something great to keep forever. But who knows? I might use it.
How much did that come in at?
I think that was. I can't remember. Was it like £5 or something?
I'm going to say about £5. I can't remember off the top of my head. Price wise.
We also did buy the John Cena pop figure, but not got that at the moment.
Okay, so that was our Monday afternoon with the WWE meet and greet. We went out and about in London. We also went to the O2 Arena beforehand, just to chill out, have a laugh, and just to see what was going to go on.
Which we actually bumped into Mike Rome, which was a bit unexpected because I think we went into the arena to have a look around, and then we came back outside again, and he was doing the pre.
Yeah, he was doing promos. So if you follow WWE on Instagram and Snapchat, they have like what's happened in the past weeks for WWE, and if you did watch them, you'll notice that he was doing the promos for that. What's coming up with WWE, like Bobby Lashley, la la la. When they were filming that, we were actually behind the camera watching them do it. We didn't want to film because we didn't want to distract them from doing what they had to do, and we didn't want to get ourselves in trouble in the process. So we waited till we stopped filming, and we got pictures with Mike Rome as well. So that was
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
But I heard that on the Tuesday, Bobby Lashley was out the front of the O2 Arena taking photos, and he was getting filmed. And TJP on the Tuesday as well, he was wandering about the O2 Arena as well, so saw people pictures with him as well.
Yeah, we also bumped into Kalisto at the toilet. That was
was random. That was very random.
Pretty
Without his mask on as well.
Yeah, so that was pretty.
But he was doing whatever he was doing. I don't know what he was doing, but he was busy.
He was going into the toilet. That's the only thing. I don't know why he was going to the toilet.
Yeah, because clearly they must have toilets backstage. I don't know why he went to that toilet.
Yeah, he went to our toilets. He went to his customers'
I have
toilets.
no idea why he went there, but he did.
Yes, but on the Monday, we bought. What did we buy on the Monday? I bought this T-shirt and you bought that T-shirt.
Yep.
Is that right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So on the Monday for Monday Night Raw, I bought this. So not a lot of people are John Cena fans, but I'm a big John Cena fan.
So we're both big, massive John Cena fans, and we do a lot of collecting of John Cena t-shirts.
I've got a lot of John Cena t-shirts. I can't actually remember how I've got about 10 t-shirts. I can't remember how many I've got, but I've got quite a lot. So every time I go to an event, I always collect them. So yeah, it's great. It's always to collect my t-shirts. I never usually wear them, but I like to collect them.
I know there's a lot of people that are like, oh, John Cena this, but he's doing a lot less work for WWE, which people see as a good thing and a bad thing in one. But one thing I want to say, right?
It's good for a good thing, so that it gives other guys opportunities.
Oh, of course, but one thing we have to say right now is we're massive John Cena fans. We've always have been since day one, and we've watched wrestling since the year, I don't even know, 2004 maybe. And we've never, after this past 2 events, this is our 16th event we've been to, and we've not once seen John Cena live at any of those events. So there's hope for the future.
Hope for the future.
It definitely is. And at Monday Night Raw, so if you remember Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns got booed to the high heavens, right? I'm a Roman Reigns fan, and I always will be, and I'm a massive fan. I've got loads of Roman Reigns t-shirts. So, as I always do, I went to go buy a Roman Reigns t-shirt. Sold out of the small, medium, large. Only t-shirts they had for Roman Reigns was the extra large. So that contradicts everyone else's points of views from that live event. I'm not talking about worldwide, I'm talking about that live event alone. Everyone booed him, but his t-shirts were sold out. That makes no sense at all. I went to buy a Seth Rollins t-shirt that was also sold out as well. We did go before the show started.
Yeah.
Just before the show started. So I always also buy their live t-shirts as well. So I ended up purchasing this one. It was £25. I like this because they're WWE authentic t-shirts, and you don't get them anywhere else either. So it's always fun to have these as well. I've got other ones up the stairs. I was there as the dates of the European tour, which is on there. Obviously, on the t-shirts there, May 14th for London and May 15th for London for Raw and SmackDown Live. So that was our purchases on the Monday. We didn't want to purchase too much at one time because, as you'll all know if you've ever been to an event, there are very, very expensive t-shirts.
No, yeah, that Monday they'll have so many superstars like John Cena, you know, Randy or whatever like that, and the next day they'll have different t-shirts, so that's what I done. And then obviously the Tuesday I bought 2 of these. But what did you think about Monday Night Raw?
The hype was real. The hype was almighty real. I thought every single part from start to finish of Raw was amazing. But the only thing I found, it's not a bad thing that I found that there was a lot more matches on Raw, less segments and more matches, which I actually thought was a great thing, because SmackDown usually does that. There's more matches and less segments on SmackDown. But it seemed different for Raw. I like the fact as well that they're showing Kevin Owens more light by getting him 2 consecutive matches, high value matches on Raw as well. First match in and last match out, which was amazing. The only thing that I regret for myself personally, not my point of view, WWE's point of view, is they didn't give Elias his segment that he needed. There was the little funny bit during the match, and then after the match, no, they didn't show it all on Raw, it cut off halfway through, but after the cameras cut off, he continued his little segment, and it was fun. It was really, really fun to watch. So
it was great. Raw was great. Obviously, when you're watching it, it was like, it seemed a bit boring, but then when you look back at it, you're like, it actually wasn't actually as bad as I thought.
Yeah. Do you know what's really funny as well? Is when we were watching Raw, like in the arena live, we were like, right, let's put the camera on our faces and then we'll just react to whoever comes out next. We did not expect Seth Rollins to come out, and when we done the burn it down thing, we didn't think it sounded loud when we were in the arena, and not a lot of people did either. But when we watched it back on TV, oh my god, it's probably one of the loudest burn it downs I've ever heard, ever.
I think it's just because we were shouting, that's why.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I actually loved every single chance. How about Bobby's sisters? We were speaking to these Irish guys that lost their voices because they were like, oh, we wanted to get a Bobby's sisters chant going as well. So we did, and yeah, that was just hilarious.
It was amazing.
Even though we were like higher up seats, I still enjoyed every single moment of it. It's a blessing to go to a show, regardless of where you are in life and how much money you spend on it. It's just a blessing to be able to say that you were at it.
No,
we're all fans for the same reason.
Many people out there that don't,
don't get a chance to go.
Have opportunities like that.
Absolutely, I totally agree.
So then come Tuesday, we went again. I was mixed between an AJ Styles and a Rusev t-shirt. I couldn't decide, but I thought, you know what, I'll buy the AJ Styles t-shirt, which is not there, and I also bought the bar t-shirt. I didn't have any kind of aims to buy this, and I thought to myself, you know what, I'll buy it because I do like it, and it's something different. It's not something I actually realised just last night that that's on the back there.
We had this conversation, didn't we? So when I looked at the t-shirt up in the stands at the merchandise stand, I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, okay. After it was purchased, I was like, wow, I actually liked that t-shirt more after the purchase than I did when I bought.
Yeah, and the same.
This is a massive purchase that we wanted, wasn't it? So
I got the AJ Styles t-shirt there. It's great because obviously, like, AJ Styles is a great guy. Normally when you ask for t-shirts like these, especially with someone that's over as AJ Styles, you ask for a small, which is obviously what I get, and they say, oh, it's sold out, but they managed to have one, so that's great. Usually they won't have like a medium or a large left.
Moving on to SmackDown Live, here's the thing. After speaking to, you get into random conversations with people, and people always say, you know, oh, we went to Raw because Raw is Raw, but we didn't purchase tickets to SmackDown. Now, I was trying to come up to a conclusion in my head, and if you've seen Raw, but what you didn't see via the cameras is how many empty seats there was. So if we can quickly put a picture of the seating arrangements of Raw, of the O2 Arena up right now, and the top tier from the middle to the right hand side were completely empty. Going from ringside upwards, there was loads of seats that were empty for
like
SmackDown.
Physical ringside, not like, you know, a couple rows behind. Physical, actual ringside. You had like the ring, like the commentary team was here, and then along with it there was a couple of seats missing.
Mm-hmm. There was actually
like,
one row.
We weren't too sure if people were away at the toilet or.
There was actually one row that was completely empty with no one on it at all. And I thought, because it's televised, I thought maybe they'll get people, push them down a bit. But no, it didn't actually happen, and I was actually kind of annoyed.
Well, because when we were at Raw, the seats that we were sat in for Raw, the same seats but opposite us was just absolutely packed. But then on Raw SmackDown, it was from here right round. The whole entire top was completely just empty.
Yeah, it kind of annoyed me. Like, massive wrestling fans that we are, why would you go to Raw and not SmackDown? Maybe you didn't have enough money at the time, or you wanted better seats, but they go really cheap. You can get tickets for about 30 quid.
Yeah.
Maybe work came in the way. I don't know what the situation is and why that arena wasn't packed out for SmackDown, but it really annoyed me. SmackDown have a really good roster. They've got really good storylines. Daniel Bryan's back for one, which people would never thought they'd see. So there's so many things that was pushing SmackDown Live for a great event. It still was a great event, don't get me wrong, but from the point of view of a live arena to what you see on TV, kind of irritated me a little bit because there was a lot of seats that were empty. But putting that aside, it was just a really good
It was a great show. I was just disappointed that Russo wasn't there and Joe wasn't there either.
205 Live I loved as well. That actually like pushed the boat out. I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, and then the dark match, which is The Miz versus Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship.
Which he injured himself during that
Actually,
match. Before the match even bloody began.
And then also something we were annoyed about was the AJ Styles, Nakamura.
Yeah.
We missed like their entrances in half their match.
We missed the whole Becky Lynch triple threat match and the AJ Styles and Nakamura entrances, because when they were doing their entrances for that triple threat match, to qualify, which obviously Becky Lynch won, we thought, right, we'll quickly go grab some drinks and a hot dog from the stand, and I don't know what was happening, but they said 2 minutes to start off with, then they changed it to 10 minutes, and we thought, well, wait, then we left, went back to the arena for 20 minutes, came back to the stand, and then when we went to wait for our food, that match was over with Becky Lynch, and then Nakamura and AJ Styles started coming out, which really annoyed us, because if they know that they're going to have a busy arena, why were the people not more ready for it, basically?
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
But
that really,
apart from that,
because that was the closing match, that was what bummed me out.
Yeah.
For the night.
Andrade Cien Almas made his debut. which was actually a bigger pop than I thought he was
Yeah,
going
I
to
wasn't
get.
too all that fussed, but I was happy because the fact that we've never seen someone debut before.
Yeah, totally. I actually thought that he was going to get a less pop than he did, but he actually got a very, very good warm welcome, which was good to see. The Royal Celebration, that didn't turn up to much. It seemed like such a good idea on SmackDown last week when it came up.
It lasted like less than 5 minutes. Carmella didn't really get in the ring and say much until Paige interrupted and then announced Asuka as the winner.
Asuka came all the way to London for TV to do an entrance and then leave again. She wasn't part of the show again. She wasn't even in a dark match or in anything untelevised at all.
But apart from that, the chants. I like the chants. The chants were good for both shows. I liked like on Raw. On Raw, we never heard it, but we didn't realise what they were chanting when they were chanting. Baron Corbin's going bald.
Yeah, I didn't think that was the case when they were doing that. I didn't hear that.
And then same with like Sami Zayn's entrance. It's great. I honestly just love the chants that they do there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the chant along to like Becky Lynch's song, Paige's song, Sami Zayn's song, and they just chant random stuff like Cheeky Nando's. I heard them chant.
Yeah, I loved it. That's what I love about the UK crowds is we have our own way of doing things, and it makes me very proud to be part of that show.
It's amazing because they chant stuff that they don't chant in America. Like Cheeky Nando's, that's not something they chant here.
Mm-hmm.
And like stuff like Corbin's going bald, they wouldn't chant that there. They wouldn't chant that in America.
Or when
nothing against Americans or anything like that.
Or when we were in Manchester, where they were like, they kept a few chants going like Corey gives a wave, or Byron gives a wave, or what was it? Nakamura gives a wave. Nakamura gives a wave for ages till he gave them a wave, and then everyone started cheering. So little things like that, it's always fun.
I know, it's amazing because it's just stuff like that. What was it when we went to Glasgow? They were chanting, "Here we
fucking go."
Yeah, it's not stuff that they chant in America and like that, but it's great.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on, where are we going next? That's the question.
So, November coming up at the end of this year, we're going on another 4-event, decade-long blah. I'm just speaking shit right now. But anyway, so from the 4th of November, we'll be heading to Aberdeen in Scotland for a WWE house show. Then
what show it is, I don't know if it's...
I don't know if it's Raw or SmackDown.
It's not been announced.
So the 4th of November we'll be in Aberdeen, Scotland for the Raw for the house show. Then on the 5th we'll be flying to Manchester, England for Monday Night Raw and Tuesday SmackDown Live. Then we'll head back up to Scotland on the Friday. Then on the Sunday we'll be heading to Glasgow for the closing very last show of the European tour at the end of this year for the Glasgow tour, the SSE Hydro.
Most likely, I reckon that'll be the Raw, and then SmackDown will be Aberdeen.
Aberdeen, yeah.
It's great. I'm happy with this because the last time we went, we didn't get to go, did we? Because it was either go to, was it Glasgow or Manchester, was it? And then they were in Aberdeen the same night.
Yeah, that was right, yeah.
There was a Monday, I think it was, when we were in Manchester, or it was Glasgow, they were in Aberdeen the same night as well.
But the thing with Aberdeen Exhibition Centre is it's set out really weird. Now, like, the back tier seatings, they've got this big wall in the way, which is just silly. So we're going to try our best to get the either ground floor seating for that event, or ringside, depending. But if I was rather get ringside, like the VIP backstage, I'd rather do it for Glasgow, or Monday Night Raw, either one. But Aberdeen, we're going to try and
Aberdeen's great, I'm not going to deny that. But
it's best to get floor seating because you can't see anything.
When we were at Aberdeen for the last time, it was just you couldn't see anything at all.
Mm-hmm. So if you ever go to Aberdeen like we have, please remember that if you're wanting seats, get them in the right area, or make sure you know where you're seating before you purchase the tickets, because it's a very weird building.
When I went to NXT, our seats were supposed to be way at the stands, and then we ended up getting moved. They ended up getting moved around, and we ended up being, I think we were like second or third from the front, and we're like, whoa, this is great seats considering what we were supposed to get.
So there's a little tip for you: is if you ever head into Aberdeen, make sure that you know where you're sitting, because you'll be very disappointed if you find that you're at the back tier seatings where that big wall's in the way, and you won't enjoy the show because you can't see. Yeah,
because there's a wall there, and there's a wall there, and you could hardly see who was coming out.
Yeah.
But it was great. You're not going to deny that because it's a show at the end of the day. You should be happy that
So,
you did.
heading November, 4 nights of great wrestling action. We're doing our own little mini Great Britain tour for ourselves, which is going to be a lot of fun. More vlogs, more time, and more great stuff ahead of us.
We were in Manchester.
This time I'm not going to get stopped at the airport by the stupid police of the stupid situation that Tesco put me under. So
But
we're just going to
we're
have loads of
going to
fun.
Manchester in November, so who knows? It's the guys that we met in London. You may see them in our vlogs. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. We've got quite a good group of us going. We'll leave it at that. So there's going to be a lot of us. We're booking tickets all together as well, so we're all sitting together. So there's going to be various amount of people in the vlog. The vlog's might be longer. We're going to just have loads of fun with it and actually bring it on. So it's going to be so much fun.
Okay, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, you know, guys, what to do. But moving forward, as we've said, we've discussed everything that's happened or what we've bought, where we're going next. But in the next video, you'll see this because this will be a dedicated Slam Crate video, something you'll be very excited about. So, are you excited? We're excited. Can't wait to see what's inside this box. Who knows what's going to be inside? Anything else we'd like to add before we end this?
No. Like, comment, subscribe. Ding dong my bell. Have a good day.
Yes, Evan Cole.